Hello, everybody. My name is Uchara, and this is Mia Games Tycoon 2, Episode 6 of my full release version 1.0 Mia Games Tycoon 2 Let's Play. We are currently planning to make a skill game, I believe. It is very saturated, but it is also the trend, so we're going to do it. And I mean, most of these are pretty saturated. Not strategy, but strategy is also not very popular, so we're going to do a skill game. And we're going to do worms for a topic, since that is also the trend. We are just completely chasing the trends here, and that is fine. We are going to call this game Earthworm John. If you know what that's a reference to, then you know. If you don't, well, I guess I can tell you. Earthworm Jim was a game, what was it, like Sega Genesis? I want to say Earthworm Jim was for. Anyway, we're going to do Earthworm John instead. Target age group is going to be all, because I'm pretty sure all works for skill game. And we got the skill engine, which I believe I updated. I think I updated that at the end of last episode. If not, we'll update it now. So we're going to go up to 4 consoles. It's going to be these 4 consoles that we make games for the next little bit, probably this episode at least, unless I get a console. Yeah, we have primitive 2D block graphics now. We're getting fancy. All right, so let's just hit this button. And it looks like we have all these sliders in the right place. These ones, on the other hand, let's just take a little peek, shall we? Dungeon Diver 2, 40, 10, 10, 40 is what it is supposed to be. So we'll do something like that. I would like to get some extra technical points, so let's actually move those down. We have a graphic studio, we have a sound studio. We'll have plenty of graphic and sound points. We're not going to be lacking for those. Turn on everything here, 9 or 10. So once we get a couple more features researched, we'll have to start making B+ size games, because the cap for a size B game is 10, which is fine. All right, and of course, let's get the QA doing their thing. We'll cut out the most expensive QA thing. We'll cut out level design. That'll be fine. Graphics and sound, we're going to go a little cheap as well. That's because graphics and sound are very unimportant for a skill game. So we want to save a bit of money there, right? Cut a couple costs. And let's market this a little bit. Where are you at, Earthworm John? So we'll go automatic repeat. So these 3, automatic repeat, obviously just means automatically repeat it. Stop when hype is at maximum. So this means if you have these 2, it'll automatically repeat 3 times, because the max from posters is 15. Do not wait. So the waiting one is weird. It won't do the last one right away if you don't have that checked, right? Like, because we're set to do 3 of these. It's odd. I don't really understand why it works like that, if I'm being honest. And our research team is currently just researching topics. So let's end automation here. Let's make sure there isn't anything more valuable we can research. We got no genres. We already have B+. We're getting close, actually, to console development, so that'll be the next big thing. That'll actually be pretty soon. That should be this episode. I probably won't have a console this episode, but at least I'll be aware that they exist, right? All right, so that marketing is done. So let's do a game magazine, get it up to 25 hype, and then continue development. We got bugs to get out. We got marketing to do. So let's do a demo and a pre-release for the press, as is the norm. 80 to 100, that's what we want to see, right? It should be well over 90, I expect. Especially once we get the pre-release for the press out. We will polish till the end of this week. Get the result from the pre-release, plus 3%. And finish development, 80 to 100. And again, I expect this to be well over 90. I'm hoping. It may not be. I mean, a couple of things we're not experienced with, but a lot of things are max stars now, which is good. How it sells, it is the trend, so I think it'll sell fine. Yeah, 95%. That's a good game, especially in 1979, right? It's a little harder to get those really high scores this early. So let's do a free update. Superbikes 2 is selling really good, so let's do an extra update for that. It's getting more expensive, though. It's 57,000 now. It used to be like 5,000, right? It's not anymore. It's definitely not anymore. All right, we got any commission work we could do down here? Nope. All right, so they're just doing satisfaction surveys, getting extra. Well, you know what I could do? Let's get a third person in that room and get through those surveys a little faster. Actually, let's see if there's anybody in the market first for marketing and support. All arounder isn't really a relevant skill for an office worker, but having 46.5 as a base skill, that's pretty high. So I'm going to hire them. And we're going to end automation here because we're over 10 million now. Which means we're going to research console development. Earthworm John sold pretty well in the first week. All right, so what kind of game do we want to make now? We just did a skill game. We hadn't done one in a while. I'm thinking another racing game, maybe? What do we got for racing games? What is there, a sequel we could do? Not Super Bikes, obviously, but Midnight Cars? No, Midnight Cars is not a very good IP. Let's start a fresh IP. But before we do that, let's make sure the racing engine is up to date, because I do not believe it is. Don't. Got to get those 2D block graphics. Very important for racing, right? Graphics is very important for racing. All right, we got to wait for that to be done. Do I want to go through this commission work really quick? Sure, let's just pound through that. All right, and miscellaneous. Console development, 10 million. So I'm going to be kind of broke. That's okay. It's okay. Crusader Queens is off the market. Made a cool 2.4 million. That's pretty good. Here's the Steam off the market. There's a couple of games that we could do sequels for, right? Because you don't want to do a sequel while a game is on the market, generally speaking. Right? So we're doing new. We're doing a new racing genre. Or new racing IP, I should say. The bicycle and cars, both good. Dinosaurs, not good. Imagine that. Dinosaur racing game isn't good. Do we have anything else that would work? For racing, there is other stuff. Sports, transportation. Sure, let's call this Transport King. Yeah. All I'm pretty sure is good. Yeah, all is good for racing games. And racing engine. And the same for platforms that we're going to be doing basically until our console, my console, whatever you want to call it, comes out. Yeah. All right, lock those in. All right, so violence. Which way is violence supposed to go? All right, so let's just copy what we did for Superbikes. Where are you at, Superbikes? Did I go past it already? No, right there. Superbikes 2, I should say. So we'll copy everything. So 2. Let's look at the letters for Superbikes. Do they want less violence? They want less violence. We can give them less violence. And everything else is locked in. Everything looks good there. Okay, secrets don't matter. That's okay. Everything else does. And away we go. I'm expecting good things here. Let's cut QA. And let's see here. I apologize if you can hear a noise in the background. It should be over now. We recently got a Roomba. It doesn't make a lot of noise, except when it goes back to its charging station, it empties. It's really loud. Anyway, not important. The Roomba is of very little importance. I don't think you could hear that, but if you could, that's what it was. I apologize for it. I probably should have edited it out, but after all the time I spent talking about it, I can't really edit it out now. So I'm committed to the Roomba. It's fine. All right, so let's do a little more marketing here. Let's get it up to 25 hype. Maybe even get it up to 40 hype. Yeah, let's get it up to 40 hype. We're not going to go over 40, though, because to go over 40, you got to do a TV spot, which is $500,000, which is a lot of money at this point, right? That's 70 to 90. We got polishing to do. We got bug fixing to do. So we might be able to get this over 90 by the time it's done. I'm hoping. If not, I'm confident this will be upper 80s, worst case, right? This isn't going to be like an 81 or anything. This is 88 at a minimum. I hope. Fingers crossed. You never know. It might not be, but I think it will be. All right. And let's see Let us see. I have faith. Should I have faith? Yes. Yes, I should. 92%. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. And hey, you like that? Or if you like the video, like this series, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot as a small YouTuber. All right, so I'm thinking another role-playing game maybe now. We just had a role-playing game come off, so we could do a sequel to like Heroes of the Steam. Does have IP value, or Magical Quest. You do Magical Quest 3, that gets 50 hype right out of the gate. Well, Magical Quest 2 is still on the market. So yeah, let's go do Heroes of the Steam sequel. But before we do that, got to make sure the old engine is up to date. I do not believe, there we go. Did not have the graphics in there, so we can do game report. Let's see if there's any commission work to do down here. There is in the sound room. Looks like the graphics team is going to have to remain idle while this engine gets updated. Up here, we should be able to do a demo for Transport King and a demo for Superbikes 2. Sure. And let's quickly do a free update for Earthworm John. And then we will move towards a new game. Ooh, Earthworm John is selling really well. I mean, skill is the trend. And it was a 95% review score, right? The market for that is saturated, but still. A good game is a good game, right? So Heroes of the Steam 2. Okay, so this will be our 5th role-playing game, so we should be getting pretty good at making them now. Steampunk and superheroes both work. Steampunk does, superheroes doesn't. So let's change that. What works with steampunk? A steampunk RPG. Hacking? I mean, makes sense, right? I don't know if it'll be good for... I'm not sure hacking is a fit for role-playing games, but we're going to try it. Fingers crossed it is. Okay, yeah, we're getting better with these 2D block graphics. That happens fast this early in the game. All right, so let's lock in all those sliders. It's good. Yeah, I have faith that this is going to be a good quality game. You know what? We're going to go all out. We're not going to cut any costs this time. See if we can get another 95%er. It'll be over 90 for sure. And we don't need to do any marketing though, because it's already at 40, because it's a super sequel. Well, having 3 RPGs on the market might not be the best idea, but oh well. I think I still have room. I have room for a couple in both my graphic and sound rooms. So let's look, but we're going to start looking, we're going to start getting picky. We're going to look for skilled workers instead. So it takes longer, costs more, and we only have a 17% chance of finding one. So it'll probably take a few. That's okay, because we're getting a little pickier in what we're willing to take. Actually, let's see what's out there for graphic designers. So, like, that's decent skill, but I want somebody with a good perk like efficient, right? Getting games out fast is very important. All right, so Superbikes 2 up to 99 hype. That's selling really well. What is the best-selling game of all time? And is it mine? It is. Hey, look, it's Superbikes 2. And Magical Quest 2. And Dungeon Diver 2. I'm starting to think that sequels might sell more, generally speaking. And then Labyrinth 2, Bad Doctors 2. But hey, 4 of the top 5. 6 of the top 10, top 9. I'm liking where we're at. Lord of the Rims, that's pretty new, so that's moving up. Nice. I'm happy. I'm happy with how things are going. And I mean, I just spent 10 million on console development, and I'm already back up to 4.5 million. So money's starting to roll in pretty good right now. So we're gonna continue development. We got QA to do. We got bug fixing to do. They're both these teams are polishing down here. All right, so we got a graphic designer. They're efficient and they're an all-arounder. So I would like to put them in here, but I don't have room. So I'll put them in here. Maybe at some point I will move them to my main development room. I'm going to continue development a little bit here. Let's end automation here. I want to get the pre-release for the press done at the very least. Probably don't need a demo, but I'd like to do a pre-release for the press. Get that extra 3% estimate to my review score, right? Pause till the end of the week. Okay, extra 3%. And finish development. Ooh, high scores in 3 of these categories. And the one score that's low, that's fine, because that's not important, right? This, oh, wow, only 70 to 90 estimate, though. Huh. That surprises me. I went all out on this one, too. I spent a lot of money making this one. I expected better. I expected better. I mean, it still ended up being over 90, but I was thinking it'd be a 95%er. And it wasn't. That makes me sad. Right? It's just, Ooh, there's a lot of commission work here. Yeah, we're kind of behind on updates, though, too. Commission work is going to have to take a back seat right now, I think. Game report. Let's get a demo out for that. And is there any commission work for these rooms? There is in the sound room once again. Not very lucrative. $30,000. So the console development research is obviously a lot slower than most of the research I do. We got another console thing, which we will be able to research once this is done. But we got to get that done first. All right, so I want to look at this number 2. So this is my fan satisfaction, right? Or my motivation of my employees, 81%. This is my reputation from doing commission work. My fans seem to be pretty happy right now. We're in a summer slump right now, so sales are going to dip a bit. That's, it's fine. It is what it is. It's unavoidable. The summer slump happens every year. No matter what you do, you can't avoid it. The summer slump comes nonetheless. All right, so what kind of game do we want to make next here? We've done skill, we've done racing, we've done role-playing. Probably do another strategy, I guess, because it's still extremely not saturated. Role-playing games not saturated, even though, I have 3 of them. There's 7 role-playing games out there. 3 of them are mine. There's 2 strategy games. 1 of them is mine. All right, so let's make sure that strategy engine is up to date. I have a feeling that the graphics, the 2D block graphics is not there. My instinct was correct. So let's get that going. Okay, that is done. Dungeon Diver 2 is off the market. Ooh. Did I make Dungeon Diver 3? Because that's a skill game, right? Wasn't it? Maybe I should do that instead. And then we can do the strategy next. It is a skill game. I want to build a couple of valuable IPs up, right? Is the thing. This one does have some value. Usually around the 3rd game is where you start seeing the real jumps in IP value, in my experience. So let's make sure we get the skill engine in there. Same old 4 consoles. But again, that will change soon. All right, let's just bang through this. We're going to go all out with the QA. Because gameplay is very important. Graphics and sound, we're going to cut a little bit of costs. Because graphics and sound aren't terribly important for a skill game. Already at 50 hype. So we don't really need to hype it here. Market research tells me the next trend will be racing. That is in 32 weeks. And chess. But not a racing and chess game. I mean, you could. It won't work, but you could. And the unpopular is adventure and paintball. So adventure is just, I don't know, it seems like the poor adventure's been the negative trend, the whole run, it feels like. I don't know, I have not made many adventure games, nor am I going to, if it continues to be the anti-trend. I'm sure people have noticed I don't do the fake user reviews. I try to role play as an upstanding developer, right? Once we get in the late game when microtransactions are a thing, I don't really use those either. But somebody posted in the comments that I should do a run where I like role play as a scummy developer, where I do fake user reviews. I do all the bad things. I have microtransactions. I cut corners. Like I extremely cut corners. What are some of the other scummy things you can do? But anyway, that would be interesting. I might have to try that. I might have to role play as a scummy developer. Call that, I was gonna say call it the EA run, but it's not just EA anymore. I feel like most AAA developers are have their own degree of scuzziness nowadays, unfortunately. Is what it is. All right, just pounding out some demos here. Yeah, this console development's not going to be done for a while. But I do have enough money, technically. I'm going to continue development for a bit here. I do have enough money that I could buy, like, this property and make a bigger research team, which I may have to do. Because as you can see, like, this is just taking too long. Like, I started this early in the episode, and it's still not even half done, right? We'll see. I'm going to hold off now. Let me know in the comments. Should I rush into buying property? Should I wait until I need it? Like, should I wait until I have a new room to put there? Or should I make some bigger rooms there? All right, so this is pretty much ready. Let's get a pre-release for the press. Actually, let's get a beta demo too. Let's get a large booth. Dungeon Diver 3, yes. What else? What else could use some hype? Transport King could use some hype. And I want games that, like, I could do Digger Dugger because it's not super high in hype, but it's going to be off the market real soon. Probably Lord of the Rims. Yeah. Don't have any consoles yet, obviously. All right, so we got a bunch of new fans. Okay, so we got side quests. Again, though, my research team is currently occupied, right? And okay, so let's end automation after the satisfaction survey. We're going to switch them back to support because the queue is starting to build up a little bit. All right, so that is done. So customer support, we got 2,000. Oh, this is another thing I could do to be scuzzy. I could charge for calls, right, for customer support. But that's a future run. I'll have to keep that idea in my back pocket. I forget who mentioned it. Thank you for that, because that's not something I ever considered, right? I try to play clean, right? You know what I mean? All right, so this is ready. Should be a 95 or close to it, I expect. I hope. And it should sell pretty well. Ooh, 96. We're creeping our way up. Creeping our way up. And that's the best game of all time. Ooh, Frog in My House. That was there last time, but 6 of the top 7, 8 of the top 10. Yeah. Man, Frog in My House, that's really good. It's a good game. Now, where is Frog in the House in the sales charts? Oh, wow. What's wrong with Frog in My House? Wait, did I miss it? I must be up here somewhere. See it. But it's the best game. Why isn't it up here? It's been out for a while, because when I checked the charts like last episode or 2 episodes ago, it was up there. They didn't market it enough, clearly. Why is it way to... Okay, did I miss it? Am I blind? Okay, now I'm getting worried. I must have missed it. I had to have. Anyway. Okay, let's ignore the greens, because those are mine. Frog in the House. I don't see it. Why don't I see it? I mean, it's the second best game of all time from review scores. You'd think it would be up here. Anyway, I'm not scrolling through this 80 times. Because there's no way it's down here. It's got to be up there. Wait, is it an arcade game, maybe? It's an arcade cabinet. No wonder I didn't see it. Because it wasn't there. All right. Well, it's by far the best-selling arcade cabinet of all time. By far. Not even, like, nothing is even close. All right. So Dungeon Diver 3 is out. Now we need to decide what game we're going to make next. But that, I believe, is going to be in the next episode. This episode's a little shorter. I know I got a lot of stuff going on in real life today. Got to go take care of some stuff. Hope you enjoyed the episode, though. If you did, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Most importantly, be good to each other. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.